All right. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening, guys? What is going on? How we doing? Good to see you guys this morning. Thursday, the 23rd. Whew. Yeah. Little overcast, a little hazy, maybe a little rain. Never know. How you guys doing this morning? Pop in the chat. How you doing on a scale of 1 to 10? We're going to talk about scorecards today. Jess Novak is here. Yeah. Good to see you. Make sure we're live on Instagram. Clickety clack, all the stuff. Yeah, Andrea Gooch, Dave Howard. Yeah, Corey Nasetta, Tim Kasperzak. Good to see you, my friend. Whoo, drinking water today. Already had a bunch of coffee. So we'll have you a glass of water. Might not hurt. Dave Howard at a 9, 8.97 for Jess. I love that. Not quite a 9. Morning, Pops. What's happening? Yeah, spring is here. Hopefully the sun will pop out. I don't know what the weather is coming up this weekend, but maybe it'll be decent. Let me see here. Up here, ooh, Saturday and Sunday in the 50s. Love it. Yeah. So anyway, Steve Moland coming in at a 9.5. Yeah. How could you not be a 10, right? You're on the right side of the grass, or at least a 9. Always room for improvement. Here comes Rachel with a 9.25. Right? Love to see it. Yeah, what's happening, guys? Anybody had any good wins so far this week? Post them in the chat. I'm healing up where I got hit with a board on the side of the head. It was minor, really. Flesh wound. I've had worse. Yeah, we're going to talk about how scorecards don't lie today, but just saying good morning to you guys as you jump in. Corey's around a 7. Let's get that up, brother. What needs to happen? Good morning from Natchez, Elizabeth Greer. How are you? Day 483, I think it is today. Argentina, good to see you. Hello, Sherry. What's happening? Yeah. So good stuff happening today. Got some coaching calls to tackle and just general world domination. And just getting after it. Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you, my friend. Those are good videos you sent me too, by the way. You're doing good things. Keep it up. So, yeah, we've got Florida and Maine and Argentina. I think. Are you in Mexico? Yeah. Bubba Hogan is here in a 10, headed to the mastermind. Small group with John Maxwell. That's cool. Got me a cool hat yesterday. Appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. Good to see all you guys. Thanks for jumping in. Let's get going here, huh? Yeah. Tom Farrer, good to see you. KC, yeah, for sure. So I've been doing a little series on accountability and specifically what I've referred to as the accountability gap, okay? Yeah, good morning, Wendy. Hello. Yeah. 10 days to close the accountability gap, and we're on day 4, so we're closing in on it. And this dovetails nicely with the private training, free training that we did last week. Was it last week? I think it was the week before. I don't know. They all run together. So, guys, your feelings are lying to you, right? How do you like these opening lines, right? Your numbers aren't, though. Your numbers aren't. And so if you're not tracking it, you're guessing, right? And we can do a lot of guessing. You know why? Because it's easier. That feels like things are all right, Here comes Cassie. Good to see you from Wisconsin. So, yeah, yesterday we talked about cadence, okay? Catherine Thomas is here. Having a rhythm and a structure and doing things consistently, right? But today we take another step further. Because if you're not tracking what you're doing, you have no idea if it's actually working, right? And that's why one of the things that I talk about in our coaching calls is like, hey, if something's not right, not hitting, let's know about it here in the beginning of Q2, not late Q3 to try to make a change and catch up, right? Because most people like they have that emotional trap, right? They run their business on, like I said, like how they feel, right? Feels like we're busy. Yeah, I mean, it feels like leads are down, Yeah, I mean, it feels like we're doing okay, right? That's dangerous, guys. That's dangerous. A scorecard is simple. You can put whatever you want on it, but it's going to tell you the truth because you're looking at the numbers, not your head in the sand. It's not your opinion. It's not your mood, okay? Just the numbers, right? let's break it down real quick. Something like this. It could be, hey, do you know if I asked you, and put a fist pump in the chat if you know all this stuff, but how many leads you got last week? How many you followed up with? How many you closed? And your average job size? Or you're just hoping things are going well? I'm busy, right? Okay. And we can tie this to revenue, right? We talked about this in our Edge live call on Tuesday. We talked about leads, conversion, job size. Okay. Your scorecard should track those things because that's your business. And if we have one goal in business, isn't it to make money? Wouldn't you want to track and know if you're moving in that direction? I mean, I used to think I had a pretty good feel for things, right? I was like, yeah, it feels like good. No, God, Jay, we always got that next big project, right? I didn't really always track. So when I started tracking, I realized and was able to hone in on what things were wrong. Okay. When things started to change. Okay. That's when, when I started tracking, that's when things started to change. Okay. Um, so, you might be thinking, no, yeah, that's good, Bob, but I think things are going fine. Um, but here's what I'd like you to do. Yeah, Bubba says make a profit. Yeah, exactly. Not just make money. Thank you. Here's what I want you to do. Just start simple. Okay. Track these things: leads, appointments, sales, revenue, just weekly. Morning. Good morning, Jace. How are you, buddy? Track leads, appointments, sales, and revenue, just weekly. Okay. And if you're not the owner, you can still track this stuff. Track it in your role. What are the KPIs for your role? Key performance indicators for your role. Don't look for someone else to do this stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect, just consistent. Okay. Again, we're trying to close that accountability gap here, right? Because you can have clarity, you can have cadence, but without a scorecard, there's no accountability because you don't know if you actually followed through. Okay. As always, guys, be honest when you think about this stuff. Do you have a real scorecard in your business? Maybe you do. Or are you just kind of going off instinct? Feels like this, looks like that. I think we'll be fine. Last year we did pretty well. Okay. So think about it, guys. Add a scorecard. Just something quick. It could just be like one of the books I have. Just create a habit. Okay. When you create a habit and you establish a behavior, chances are that's gonna stick. Okay. We tend to do more of it. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna go with something that kind of goes well with this. Goals versus standards. And I've been looking at that a lot lately, whether something's a goal or whether it's a standard. Okay. Because goals alone are not enough. Okay. So come on in tomorrow, 8 a.m. We're going to hit goals and standards pretty hard, but I would challenge you to put a scorecard together. Okay. Hope is not a strategy. Well, I hope, I hope we get that next big project. Yeah, I hope that next client signs up. Tracking is a strategy. Scorecards don't lie. Okay. All right. Pop a fist pump in the chat if that was helpful. Exit stage left if you don't want to hear me pitch the Edge Live community. It's so simple, Rachel. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. I mean, and again, I don't do these calls from a place of I'm perfect or I was perfect at everything. There's a lot of this stuff I really sucked at. And that if I had done better at it, probably would have made even more money. So, and I always lead with this. I try to help you guys avoid some of the mistakes or things that I fell short on in business. Okay. What did I say? Not 8 a.m. earlier tomorrow. What did I say? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm going to be on a road tomorrow. How am I going to do that? I got to figure that out. Yeah, we have the closing tomorrow at 11 in South Portland. So that's 3 hours of driving. Yeah, I'm going to have to pop in early tomorrow. So yeah, good for you, Tom. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad to have you on. We don't know much about you, my friend. So post a link and let us know how people work with you. I know you're in the financial, I think you're in the financial sector. So post it up. Let people know how they can get a hold of you, brother. So Corey says, I appreciate these lives and all the help and the chats from everyone. There you go. Yeah. How about that? The chat has value. So people here, if you know a few things. 5 a.m. live, I guess, tomorrow. Let me see. 5. Yeah, it's probably going to be about 5 a.m. tomorrow. So good for you. Good for you. Bubba, you always take it down a rabbit hole. Hey, guys, while I got you, just reminding you again, the Edge Live community is up and running, okay? People jumping in. There you go. Freedom Bankers. Thanks, Tom. Yeah, just reminding you, check out our Edge Live community. It's not free, okay? I'm putting straight up effort into that, all right? But if you're realizing, if you're sitting there today going, yeah, I'm not really good at this and I could use some accountability, that's exactly what we're cleaning up inside the Edge Live community, okay? We're not just talking about business. We're tracking it, we're measuring it, and we're making decisions based on real data, okay? Because once you see the truth, you can actually do something about it, all right? That happened with Jess the other night. We kind of dug into it, figured out, hey, Jess needs a little bit better or better adherence to her already present follow-up program, okay? Chat has value, Bubba says. Must be watching my comments. Not for the last couple days. We've missed you. You're back, so thank you for that. The live 365 always needs some Bubba in the chat. You know, you got to take the good with the bad. Sometimes you take us down a rabbit hole, but you know, most of the time it's pretty good. So Rachel says, if you have a team, would you recommend having a scorecard for each employee? Yes. And I would have them create it for themselves first and then sit and advise them, kind of coach them up on what you see, right? So that would be great. Or maybe have them make their own and do it for a month that way, and then kind of have a bit of a shakeout on that. How did it go? How was your adherence to it? Da 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 da. Is there anything we should add, take away? Right? I've changed a couple of minds here and there because I'm like, that, like, if it's not really a priority to me, and I'm just tracking just to say I tracked something. Okay, so make sure that they're specific. Okay, actionable, kind of like a SMART goal, right? Guys inside the group, you're gonna get the truth, right? You're gonna get the truth from guys like Bubba. All right, people like Jess are gonna be in there supporting you. We got Tim Kasperzak in there, Matt Blood's jumping in, guys that have been around our coaching community in the past. So you can do something about it when you're aware of it. And sometimes in the group, in a closed community, people are more likely to give it to you straight. Okay. So if you want that level of clarity and accountability, come join us inside the Edge Live. All right. Check it out. We'll pop a link in. So yeah, Rachel, no problem. Always glad to help. So Corey, I'm glad you're here. Appreciate it. And guys, if you know somebody that could benefit from this, share it out. Okay. Share it in a chat. Post about it. If you, like I always say, if you don't want my mug on your Facebook feed or something, then just share it to somebody in a DM or PM, whatever you call it. So thought for the day, Bubba says, we don't live life. We live the life we focus on. Yeah. Bubba's going to be hanging out with John Maxwell today. So I'm kind of jealous. Have you, oh no, Ben Hardy is what, next week or a couple weeks? So, hey, Bubba, I just got, where is it? Yeah, I got 2 new books. One of Ben Hardy's. I don't know if it's new or if he wrote it before. It's called this background thing. It's called The Science of Scaling. So let me actually just take this background, see if I can do this without too much. Yeah, it's messing with me. Let me see here. Camera. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's called The Science of Scaling by Benjamin Hardy and Blake Erickson. I don't know if I can get that to come in. Yeah. So high tech here. Where's Richard? We need him. Yeah. And this one, Phil Kornichuk recommended to me, called Tiny Habits, by a guy named BJ Fogg. So small changes that change everything. Okay. But for right now, I'm working through Atomic Habits. And speaking of KPIs that change, guys, I kind of upgraded my 10-page KPI to a chapter. Okay. because most chapters are more than 10 pages. So I don't like stopping with 3 pages. Oh, I read my 10 pages. I just keep going. So now I've just kind of said, hey, I'm gonna make it a chapter a day because frankly, I want to get through it. I committed to reading Atomic Habits again. I want to get through that so I can get into these new ones. So yeah, and the morning reading is working out way better for me, guys. Adjust it. If you put on your goals and your non-negotiables, 10 pages a day, and the only time you have to do it is at night, and you're gonna fall asleep after a page, then change it. That's what I had to do. It only took about 9 months to realize, right? But changed it, and now I'm actually enjoying doing my reading in the morning. It's my time. It's quiet. It's got the desk lamp on. It's silent, so I'm not getting distracted like I normally do. Squirrel. And I'm getting more out of it, and the retention, I believe, is better. So don't be afraid to change stuff around. Yeah, Bubba's going to hang out with Ben Hardy on the 13th. That's cool. So yeah, always reading good books. So post in the chat what you guys are reading right now if you feel like it. And again, if you don't mind sharing this out, it'd be great. We have our next Edge Live call coming up on Tuesday at 5 p.m. See me pause there, Tim? I want to make sure I get that right. Tuesday at 5 p.m. Okay, we made them later in the day so that any of you guys in Mountain Time, Central Mountain or Pacific, it's not, smack in the middle of the day or the morning, or God forbid you having to get up at 5 a.m. to catch it. So, Rachel, you're going to love the gap and the gain. And don't skip the journal part of it. Like, have something there to write stuff down with. It's very much more valuable. It was for me if you do that. And I got turned off to the that in the Untethered Soul, and I wasn't at a place where I could just get through that. And I'm like, I don't want to bust my journal out. It's not right, and I want to read. So I'm in a different place now, so I was able to get through that. Plus, I was really enjoying it, so that helps. But you're gonna love that book. So let us know what you think of it. Anyway, well, guys, got a bunch to do today. A bunch of running around. Like I said, world domination at its best. So Steve says, I read while on the recumbent bike at the gym, which I hit right after being here with this group. Awesome. Yeah, love it. So get in the right room, people. You become the 5 people you hang out with the most. See Hall in the Edge. Yeah. Thanks, Bubba. I appreciate that. Guys, I'll put the link in. Wendy's tied up, so I'll get the link in right after this, and that'll be the one link we post today. Appreciate you all. Hope you have a great day today. I love you guys. I'm out. Take care. See you tomorrow morning. Well, maybe you're gonna watch it on the rewind. So it'll probably be somewhere between 5 and 6. So I'll try to post when I figure it out. All right, guys. Later. Have a great day.